Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a 300 cost rated match in the Gym Kai. We're going to be on Arctic base for this match here, and this is going to be the level 3 version of the Gym Kai. This was a suit I was feeling strangely nostalgic about, and when 300 was in rotation, I was just kind of like, hey, why not play the Gym Kai? It is a suit that I have not used in a long time now. And it was definitely a long time, since the last time I remember using this suit was back when 250 was a thing. The Gym Kai was sort of my go-to suit for 250 space if I wanted to play a general unit, and using main suit is kind of loose there because I don't have that many plays on the 250 Gym Kai, but that's really mostly where I remember using it, so I'm not exactly sure what drew me into the Gym Kai at 250 space, but it was just, kind of there, and I guess I really wanted to use it, and that kind of popped up again recently where I just really wanted to play the Gym Kai. The Gym Kai is a general type mobile suit. It starts out at cost 200 and goes up to 350 at level 4, and this is one of those older, lower cost suits that would definitely benefit from an adjustment. The Gym Kai really does not have a whole lot going for it. Though the one big thing that it has going for it, and this is probably my favorite aspect of the Gym Kai, is that you have a lot of options when it comes to your main range weapon. For main range weapons, you have the option of either using the bullpup machine gun, the beam spray gun, the 2-barrel beam gun that is shared with the Gym Sniper Custom, the Hyper Bazooka, or the Hyper Bazooka Modified. And in this match here, I'm going to be using the Modified Hyper Bazooka. And yeah, I don't really know if there's any other suit that has this many optional primaries. I know most suits tend to have like 3 weapons at most, but no, the Gym Kai over here, this mad lad of a mobile suit has 5 weapons to choose from, which is something I really miss with the current GBO2. I always liked it when mobile suits had optional weapons, because you could kind of play the same suit, but you could switch up the weapon and kind of go about playing the suit differently. That's just something I miss from the older GBO2. Now a lot of suits just kind of have, just kind of one weapon, and you're lucky if you get a second weapon to choose from. So, yeah, I really wish that was something they would sort of bring back with the newer suits, just kind of allowing more choices of optional weaponry. But yeah, that's definitely something that the Gym Kai here has no issue with. On top of all those optional range weapons, for your main melee weapon, you do have the standard Beam Saber, and you do get the standard Federation melee moveset with this, so nothing really to say there in terms of melee. For your secondary weapon, you do have a Head Vulcan, and then you do have a late model version of the Large Shield for defense. And really for skills, there's not a whole lot to go over here. Again, just being an older suit, you don't have a whole lot of skills to work with here. You do have a dodge roll, and you do have high performance balancer, so you're able to go straight into your melee, but yeah, really that's like the one thing I can say that this suit has over the base vanilla gym is that you have a dodge roll. So again, not really a whole lot with the Gym Kai, just really kind of limits this unit because when I'm using the modified Hyper Bazooka here, there's not really a whole lot I can do. Really just kind of stay back, fire with the bazooka, kind of play the typical bazooka into downswing kind of play style here, which is especially true since the Gym Kai only has one melee swing, so again, really limited, would definitely benefit from having some type of adjustment. And I mentioned earlier that the Gym Kai does have a lot of optional range weapons, but even then I was looking at the GBO2 wiki, and not GBO2 wiki, but the Gundam wiki for the Gym Kai, and looking at it, it looks like the suit also has way more weapons that it could be using, so definitely would be cool to see that in an adjustment to maybe have some more optional weapons if that is possible. Would also be cool to see if this gets like a sub-weapon as well, maybe like a gym rifle or a 100mm as a sub-weapon, I think would be pretty cool for the Gym Kai. It would give it a bit more firepower to work with, so I think that would be a nice addition there, because again, the Gym Kai just has access to a lot of weapons from the Federation, so it would be cool to see that expanded on in GBO2 here. Right now, trying to fight what I think might be a Desert Zaku by the look of it, or Zaku Desert type. Desert Zaku is the higher cost double Zeta suit. That is a Zaku Desert type. Zaku Desert type is another suit that I really should make a video on at some point. That is another suit that has been a favorite of mine for 250 for a while. Ironically, that was my main go-to suit for 250 ground, which, at least with the gym, not the gym, but the Zaku Desert type, I'm really messing up the terms here, but with the Zaku Desert type, that's a suit I really like to play at 250, so again, would really like to get that out at some point if I have the opportunity to. But yeah, really that's most of what I have to say about the Jim Kai. Again, just a suit I was feeling sort of nostalgic for and wanted to take out at 300 here. I do see there's an enemy pilot. I'm going to hopefully get at them, but they damaged my legs. I see they're walking around there, gonna hit them with a bazooka. Yeah, probably could have tried to go in for a melee, but since I have those broken legs, didn't really feel worth doing and just, you know, risking missing the pilot there. So gonna take the time to fall back here and try to repair my legs. Luckily, being at lower cost, repairs tend to be a lot faster than they are at higher cost, though that might change with the new skills we have from the skill enhancement hanger. I know they did release one of the new skills you could get does improve the repair rates of mobile suits, so that is a pretty nifty skill to see. I don't know if I've ever seen it yet with the skills, with the suits I've gotten that skill on, to see how much faster the repair is, but yeah, always having some boosted repair for any mobile suit at any cost is always a really nice bonus to have, and that is a skill that I'm really glad to see that they added there. A lot of the new skills and changes they made to the enhancements is actually really interesting. There's a lot of currently existing enhancements they also, I believe, changed with that, so I haven't had the opportunity to look at that with the suits that I've already modified before the changes they made to see how those suits have been changed, because some of those skills got some new added perks to them, so definitely something that I need to take the time to look at in the future here. Right now trying to fight against the Dozo Zaku here, a suit that I really need to be careful of since that can do a lot of melee damage to me. Yeah, they did get me with the broken legs there, and yeah, going to eject from my suit here. Don't think I'm going to last too much longer, so yeah, just going to eject, I believe, for the last couple seconds here. I believe I do go for the tank by our base though, and I think I do get a final mobile suit kill before the match ends, so you know, maybe not. I might just try to call in my mobile suit. Oh no, okay, so I must have been thinking of a different match. I know there was a match I did get a mobile suit kill with the tank at the very end, but yeah, not going to be this one here, just going to be doing a last second tackle there, and that's going to be timeout mission over. So let's see how we did here with the Jim Kai at 300. Got some good works in the side chat there, and yeah, top and individual score, going to be sending some praise to the high mobility Zaku. And second place overall with 7 kills and 1 loss. Yeah, not too bad of a match there with the Jim Kai. And that's really going to be everything for the video there. Just kind of a match I wanted to show here because I've been showing off a lot of higher cost stuff with the adjustments we've been having and whatnot, and also just like the free units we've been getting, the free Z and the Penelope. So I wanted to kind of, you know, bring things back a little, just kind of focus on a lower cost match before I maybe go into some higher cost stuff again, just kind of, you know, mix things up a little for the week here. But yeah, I do like the Jim Kai. I at least like the weapon variety that it has, but like I said, kind of the case with a lot of lower cost older suits, would benefit from a big adjustment, so hopefully we'll see that sometime in the future, not just for the Jim Kai, but for a bunch of other, again, lower cost, older mobile suits. But that is everything I have for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Jim Kai. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.